Everything's fine, nothing's happening yet. I don't think that that's what you're supposed to do. Nobody ever do that, like I just did that. Okay.
What happens if it's too hot? Oh, we're about to find out. Oh no, what do we do? It's okay, just keep whisking.
Everyone settle in. Jumping in because I hate introductions. My name is Estrella Daniela. I am a travel vlogger looking for creative ways to travel and explore the world from the comfort of my home. One of those ways is learning about different recipes and trying to make them. I am not a skilled cook. I know how to cook. Generally, I've butterflied a chicken, so that's pretty impressive. Let's get into it. Let's get into today's recipe. Today, I'm going to make pasteis de nata, which are Portuguese custard tarts. For those of you who've never had a custard tart, it's essentially exactly what it sounds like. It's a tart and it has custard in it, and it is pretty well known as looking kind of burnt on top. I think there's a better way of saying it that sounds more appealing than burnt. I am not gonna lie, I'm pretty intimidated by this recipe. I've also gone ahead and cut the recipe in half. I am making this for my parents. Today is their anniversary. I don't know how long they've been married, over 30 years. They both went to Portugal in like 2014 and they loved it, so I am making them a very special treat. That is, if it doesn't set fire in the oven. Let's do this. I need a cup of all-purpose flour. Okay, pinch of sea salt. 6 tablespoons of water. 8 tablespoons of unsalted butter. Stirred until smooth. Okay, time to get into this. In a stand mixer fitted with a dough hook. No. Mix the flour, salt, and water until soft, pillowy dough forms blah, 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 blah. I don't have a stand mixer. I'm gonna be doing this by hand. I need a bowl. That could be a bowl I could use. Am I going to? Mix the flour, a bit of my salt. This is coarse sea salt. Yeah, I'm not gonna use that. I'm gonna use some of this. And water. In the video that I was watching, este man, Chef John, made a little well and he poured his water in there, and he said not to be surprised if the dough was really sticky. It is sticky, that's for sure. So, okay. Everything's fine, nothing's happening yet. So we need to add flour, generous amount of flour. Get out. Yeah, wow, this is some sticky dough. Pat it into a 6-inch square. Why does that matter? Because then I'm just gonna cover it and let it rest. Because it's so tired. Oh gosh, 6 inches. Good lord, that is... Oh, so it will be 3 inches because I'm using half. Ready to go. Well, what happens next? Excuse me. Ugh. My dough has rested 15 minutes. Here it is. Oh, it's so cute. Now I need to roll this into 9-inch square. When there are all these kind of situations happening, like where it's looking like a mountain landscape, how do I remedy that? Can I just like pull it? This is 6. Okay, so this is too long. This is like 12. Can you just like... I don't think that that's what you're supposed to do. Nobody ever do that, like I just did that. Oh god. Oh no. Bad. Oh no. See? Look at what's happened. Okay, well, everybody calm down. It's fine. Should I just roll it into a ball and start over? That was a good practice. That was effective and not a waste of time. Let's scrape to make sure that we are not sticky McGee. I think I'm doing it, you guys. I think that this is happening. Okay. So I haven't been bench scraping to make sure that it doesn't stick. I don't want to know how this ends up when I have to peel it off the counter. I'm just happy that I have a square to work with. And now it's time to place a mountain of butter into this dough. This is how much butter I'm working with. I have stirred it into oblivion. And so now I'm going to dot 2/3 of my dough. Oh, damn it. It needs to be like an inch away from the edges. So this, I can probably come out to here, right? I am going to have to fold over this third that has no butter on it. Oh my god. See, it's all, oh no. It's okay. Nobody panic. The only one here is me, so Estrella, don't panic. So that's like a third, right? Good enough. And then we take this third, which is definitely more than a third, but whatever. I'm going to have to roll it out again. I have to do this 2 more times. Everyone settle in. Last time I had to do this, and then you just have to stress out about everything else. So I just read the instructions and I'm trying to pull it together. We did this wrong. I did this wrong. I was feeling really in the zone and didn't bother to look at the instructions. So here's what was supposed to happen. The last thing with the butter, it was supposed to be a 9-inch by 10.5-inch rectangle. And then, and I knew this too, and then you roll your dough into a little thing. We're just gonna do it now. I know that that's incorrect. I think it's still gonna taste decent. We can fix this. Okay, so this is like, sure, that's like 9 inches, and then this is by 12. You know what? I think that that's gonna be fine. 10.5, 12, it's all the same. So now we just roll it into a log. Oh no. It's just, I'm laughing because it's like, look at what's happening here. This is uneven, this is uneven. It has been 2 hours. My dough has been chilling, literally, in the fridge. Despite the fact that I messed up the dough, I think it should be fine. Like, I don't see why this would be what destroys the whole recipe. But I mean, the day is still young, who knows? The other thing I'm really nervous about is to make the syrup for the custard, you need to have a thermometer. It needs to hit like 220 degrees, I think. I don't have a thermometer for cooking, so. These are my little supplies. Vanilla, I have my flour, I have my milk that's been divided. This is water, it's not empty. There's my half, quote unquote, stick of cinnamon, and then those are 3 egg yolks that have been whisked. Medium bowl, medium bowl, medium bowl, medium bowl. Whisk the flour and a 1/4 cup of the milk until smooth. We whisk. Looks smooth to me. Bring the sugar, cinnamon, and water to a boil in a small saucepan. I am not supposed to stir it. Meanwhile, in another small saucepan, I don't have one, scald the remaining 1 cup of milk. What is scalding milk? Like, burn it? Because I don't have a small saucepan, I think I'm just gonna put the milk in this. How do you scald milk? Maybe I should Google that. Alexa, just kidding. I don't have Alexa. This is the syrup. I need it to get to a certain degree that I don't know what that is yet. That's my milk. What is scalded milk? Good. Good job. Scalded milk is dairy milk that has been heated to 83 degrees Celsius. Why does everything need to have their temperature taken? You know when you look things up and then they're like, the history of scalding milk before they tell you what you need to know? Like, I don't need to read all of these. When bubbles begin to form, remove the pan from the heat and set aside. Oh, bubbles. Okay. Whisk the hot milk into the flour mixture. Here we go. So then, boy, I feel like I'm on a marathon. This has gotta be 100 degrees Celsius.
What happens if it's not? That's the big question. What happens if it's too hot? Ooh, we're about to find out. Okay, I'm whisking constantly. Oh my god, I think it's too thick. Oh no, what do we do? It's okay, just keep whisking. Ow, it's sticking into my hand. Okay, reposition. And we're back. Oh my god, I wasn't whisking constantly. It's not whisking, I'm just turning the bowl. Add the vanilla and stir for a minute. Okay. Do they mean like a minute or like a minute? Until very warm but not hot. This is very hot. Whisk in the yolks, stirring the mixture into a bowl. Okay, cool. I just feel like it's supposed to be thick. That's what I think of with custard, but maybe that will happen in the oven. So now we strain. I'm just gonna cover this and let it cool for like a bit. I need to heat my oven to 550 degrees Fahrenheit. What must we do now? Remove the pastry log from the fridge and roll it back and forth on a lightly floured. Okay, well, this is not lightly floured. This is like very well floured. I feel accomplished, and that's a first for today. Cut into scant 3/4 inch pieces. So I've enlisted the help of my mom. This is my mom, known as my mom. Hi. She's the one who's been to Portugal, so that's very exciting. What are scant 3/4 inch?
Kind of like
That's what scant means. I'll cut them and I'll show you what you need to do.
All right.
So this side down in the pan.
Okay.
And then you press your thumb in here and you start to bring it. Oh, they said something about putting your finger in water. Also, is this a non-stick pan?
I don't think so.
Okay, so
Let's take it out. Can I roll it up again?
no, I wouldn't. Oh, okay. 3/4 of an inch doesn't seem like
I
very
think
much.
they just don't want you to. No, it doesn't seem like much.
I don't know. Should I do them bigger?
It doesn't matter. Let's try it.
Let's try this again. This is a lot.
Oh no!
That's okay. This one can be mine.
The crust, as I remember, a nata, is not very thick. It's mostly just to pull the yumminess.
How many natas do you think you ate in Portugal?
That information cannot be disclosed.
You're doing a great job.
This is hard work. Oh, this one. Look. What if you turn it like this? Okay.
Ooh,
This is better.
Great.
All right. Ooh, this is bad boy. I love bad boy. I love saying that. You want to try the going around thing?
You turn. I find that that's the easiest way to get this thing up those walls.
Yeah, that does look a lot better. That one, in comparison to like
Yeah, look at this one. It's gonna be holy.
That's pretty simple.
I could do this all day.
Great, you have 3 more to go.
No, you're going counterclockwise.
Yeah. What does that say about me?
And just kind of press
Yeah.
and lift.
Press and lift. Just being dramatic. Now all of our little pastry cups are finished. I'm just gonna fill them and then we just put them in the oven for 8 to 9 minutes. To me, it doesn't really look like what it's supposed to be, but whatever. Ooh, man, too much. So now, I'm just gonna take from the ones that have too much. Truthfully, I don't feel particularly confident in this being anything resembling what it should. Even just making these cups was more challenging than I anticipated because they came out really thin. I think they'll taste generally fine. Why wouldn't they? They have sugar and butter and vanilla and cinnamon, so how bad can it be, right? Oh, my eyeballs. So I put these in for now. Oh, sorry.
So that was the most chaotic cooking experience I've had in the entirety of this channel's existence. These natas, I knew that they wouldn't look like how they're supposed to look because they don't get that nice burnt look on top, but this is what they look like, which isn't horrible. I just doused them in cinnamon. I'm gonna try one. Here we go. It's delicious. This shit's good. This is really good. I'm surprised. I still don't feel confident that it's like, woo! Oh my god. See, yeah. I don't feel confident that it's like totally cooked. Maybe it's just that it hasn't really set. I love the cinnamon. Not just the cinnamon that I poured on top of them. The cinnamon that's in the custard itself. The dough
is so good. I'm not even saying that to make myself feel better. It's really crispy. It is clear that all of that folding and the rolling and the folding paid off because it's flaky and crispy and crunchy and delicious. I don't ever want to bake again. This was brutal. I hope that you all enjoyed this strange video. Like, comment, and subscribe as per usual. Thank you so much. Bye! Hey.
Hi.
We made the recipe a few days ago. My parents were in a really big rush to celebrate their wedding anniversary, so my mom wasn't able to be as involved in the process as I would have liked. I think it'd be good for you to share some of your experience in Portugal. So they being my parents, went on a very exciting trip. They went to Morocco, starting in Marrakesh, going all the way up and then traveling into Spain, where they then crossed into Portugal. And so you were in Lagos, and then you went up.
Then we went to Lisbon.
I had a few questions for you. For those of you who don't know, both of my parents are artists. You were able to create some paintings from your time in Portugal. What inspired you artistically in Portugal?
So in Portugal, mostly I painted with watercolors because it was the easiest to carry. Painted mostly the landscape. I love the light, so the architecture was beautiful.
And they have a lot of good art in Portugal too, like just like the tile.
Yes,
work.
the whole trip was to study tiles and the Moorish influence in Portugal and Spain.
My other question, who was, let's say I were to buy a ticket to Portugal right now, land there tomorrow, what would you say is one thing that I should do?
Go to Lagos. The beaches are beautiful. The people are super friendly. Just eat a lot of wonderful seafood. We found this amazing German bakery. Delicious. So eat.
And my last question for you is, thinking about the five senses, when you think of Portugal and the time that you spent there, what do you see, what do you hear, what do you smell, what do you taste, and what does it feel like?
The pizza's all the way from...
Inside scoop, we just ordered pizza from Napoli.
Woo! All right, I see the bright light, lovely scenery. I feel the cool breeze. I taste wonderful natas. I just feel also lovely sand in my feet, but I don't really don't like sand. The ocean. I really love the Mediterranean. There was another sense. What was the other one?
Here.
Oh,
What do you
here. Oh, fado music is traditional Portuguese, like the folk music. One artist that we found there is Marisa. She is just fabulous, and we went to see her here when she came. We couldn't see her there because when we were there, she was actually going to Marrakesh when we were coming
What?
to Portugal, so we missed
What
her.
are the odds? It's a really interesting style of music. I didn't know much about it. It's very like nostalgic.
And one of the words in Portuguese is saudade. You know, it translates into that, just longing.
Very cool. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you for the natas. They were so
Yeah.
amazing.
Thank you.
All right, pizza time.